Yeah, and representation has a lot to do with it. You a lot of times with us, we end up letting not so great people handle your career, and
Were you ever afraid to get typecast because you were playing like the girl next door, the pretty girl next door?
it wasn't even a thing until I heard other people talk about it. Like, are you tired of being the pretty girl? Are you tired? And I was like, oh, I am. Oh, that's it. Oh, y'all think that's all I got? Oh. And the thing is, they don't know me in real life. So it's like if you knew me in real life and you see these characters that I play, it's like people that people that know me or whatever, they're like, girl, your ass be acting. Cause I know you ain't woo, wah, woo, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like, and then so for someone to say, you know, you're just the pretty girl, or you're just the pretty girl with a few lines, I'm like, and which is great because now I'm like, oh, okay, let me show, you know what I'm saying? Let me like,
Is
I'm
that
still
a,
waiting for, I still am waiting for somebody to let me show my real inner thug side because that's gonna shock people.
So I mean, speaking of
Just
that,
kidding.
like, why do you think we have kind of seen you less in today's time? Like, what was the reason, that, like maybe a core reason for that?
I don't know. It's funny because it's like there's like a couple of things that I think hindered my. I found out recently, not too like maybe a couple years ago, I found out that there was like some casting director, a sister, that was attempting to blackball me or something. There was like this rumor that I was, they give you this. So when they wanted, and I learned this from another actress that it happened to her from the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Aunt Viv, and she was talking about how one person can say that you're difficult to work with or you're hard, which is crazy because if you've ever worked with me on a set, you will know like when I'm on set, I tell people when I'm on set, that's my playground. As long as I have my coffee, you know what I'm saying? Like, I am like a kid in a candy store. It's like all that adventure from my childhood comes out. So for someone to say that I'm difficult to work with, like if I ask for coffee, because we, black girls, black actresses, I heard we're not allowed to ask for stuff or we get called,
Okay.
But yeah, so it was like I found out that someone was trying to sabotage me, so that had something to do with it. And then there was like, and then there was the whole like, just not really being accepted into these cliques because there's like these cliques, and I've tried to build bonds with other actresses in Hollywood, and I've really, it's like you work with somebody, you working on a project for
Right.
2 or 3 months at a time or whatever. You think that you guys have built some type of bond, and then the movie's over and you don't hear from them. So it's like, oh, okay. And I'm new, so this is all new.
Yeah.
I really never had anybody walk me through how this stuff works. Like your agents tell you a certain level of information they give you. But I mean, I think for me, I was more interested in traveling.
Yeah.
And I did movies over in Africa. Like I've been active, but I haven't been active on a bigger scale maybe.
States.
Like I've been working.
Yeah. I think that's where people just try to, figure that dynamic out because you have all these great qualities and it's like, okay, but why isn't she in this particular conversation?
Yeah, and representation has a lot to do with it. You a lot of times with us, we end up letting not so great people handle your career, and there's those issues too. But I think for me, I've been so content in my life with just having, I don't know. I just kind of do whatever I want to do, Like my family, they always say you're like Pippi Longstocking. Like I just kind of do what I want to do, and I go where I want to go, and I'll stay as long as I want to stay, Like I went to do some work, and I was modeling in Germany, and I liked it, so I stayed there a couple months.
Got you.
So
and then freedom seems to be kind of your currency.
I'm just not pressed for fame.
Yeah, because I feel like if you were thirsty, is probably the term.
Let me tell you, if I was thirsty, honey, I'm trying not to offend though, because some thirsty people, they wear their thirst with pride. So I don't want to like offend. But yeah, I just kind of fly by the seat of my pants kind of thing,
Were you ever hurt that maybe some of the women veterans didn't quite throw you under their wing?
Yeah. I
mean,
there's some that been cool though. Like it's some OGs that's been real cool, and it's not like cool like here, come work with me, here's a job.
Yeah.
But I just appreciate the fact that they're nice to me when they see me, because some of them are not always nice. And I'm cool because I ain't running around here with all these insecurities. I don't, what's for you is for you. It don't really affect me. You know what I'm saying?
But they say the industry's full of insecure people.
You ain't talking to one. But, it's like everybody has different things. Like, listen, if I was a single actress with kids, I'm sure my hustle would be, or if I was married actress with kids, I'm sure my hustle would be a whole lot different. You know what I'm saying? I just have that liberty where I can just kind of like live that lackadaisy lifestyle, and I don't. My age isn't even a factor,
right.
So I don't let that come in and be like, oh my God, I gotta hurry up and do this because I'm, that's not, So it's just, but it hurts a little bit. But like I said, I believe that the way my life is going, the way my life has been, I know I'm gonna get to a point where, I'll either get the appreciation. It's gonna come a time where either me and those individuals will end up working together, and maybe they'll see another side and feel bad for how they treated me or whatever. You know what I mean? It's like I don't really worry about it.